Hi guys, welcome to a new video. Welcome to Money Talks UAE. Today's video is not gonna be about money, but it's gonna be about my personal experience about applying to US visa. So if that's the thing that you want to do and you have questions about filling the form and how to apply and all of that stuff, I'm gonna discuss that in this video. So go ahead please and subscribe, support the channel if you like the video. Also make sure to give me a like or comment if you have any questions or any problems that you face in the form or like applying for the US visa or all of that stuff. Make sure to write in the comment section below, or you can join our Facebook group, guys. This is a beautiful group. I'm trying to build a real community here so we can help each other if we are facing any issues, especially if it's related to making money. It doesn't matter if online or offline. So or even like this video, if you have issues like filling the visa form and all that stuff, you can discuss it here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check this US Department's website. So this is the website that you need to use in order to apply for a non-immigrant visa, which is like a tourist visa, in other words. So if you are planning to go to the US for tourism, you have to apply for this visa. Okay, this is called the ds160 form, and this is a very important form, and you need to apply only using this form. So if you're not filling this form, you cannot apply for a US visa because it's very important, and this is from the US state, so you must actually do this one. So important notes before you just start: you can click on this website or this link to know what type of visa that you really need. Maybe you don't need actually a tourist visa, maybe you need a business visa, maybe you need a student visa. So this form is only for tourist visa. Okay, make sure that you are using Internet Explorer 11 or Google Chrome or even Firefox. Safari and Microsoft Edge are not supported, so you need to pay attention to that. Also, gather your documents. Make sure you have your passports and IDs and all of that stuff, because it's a requirement to fill this information. And also, you can review the instruction in FAQ. So if you have any question before we start, you can have it answered in here. So let's go ahead and start. So get started. Select the location where you will be applying for the visit visa. So I am in the UAE, so I'm gonna go click on you. And as you can see, you have two locations, Abu Dhabi or Dubai. So in my case, it's going to be Dubai, so I'm going to select Dubai. After you select it, you need to put this code over here. Make sure to write it here. So D98CD. Alright? Alright, so they are telling you that this visa application will ask you to upload a digital photo of yourself. So make sure, guys, to have a picture specified for this visa, because this is a requirement. And you can go ahead and click on this photo standard guide. It's gonna give you exactly the measurements or the pictures that you really need to put. So you can just go to any photo studio out there and just ask them for a picture for the US visa, and they will give you exactly the one that you need. All right, or you can go ahead, if you have any picture, you can test your photo here and it will give you exactly the picture that you need. So one more thing that's probably you already noticed is that when you select United Arab Emirates or any country that you're staying in, you will notice that there is a translation showing exactly when you are go to any section of this form. So this is very helpful as well. So now let's go ahead, start an application. It's gonna give you these Computer Fraud and Abuse Act notices. So you just read this stuff and see if everything is okay. So just click on I agree. Go down, down, down. What is the given name of your mother's mother? This is where you have to select a security question. Select anything you want, maybe your oldest sibling or the given name of your mother. So I selected this one. In what city or town was your first job? So I'm gonna put Dubai as an example. So you can select any question, so make sure to remember the answer and click on continue. Now, one thing that you need to remember before we start actually filling the actual form, and now we are, as you can see, these are the steps that we're gonna go through. But most importantly, make sure to record this application idea, because this website is gonna be like using a specific time to shut off this form filling procedure. So after a while, if you take too much time filling this form, you will have to cancel and do again the form from the beginning. And trust me, the process is taking a long time. You don't want to be like in these last sections and then you fail to submit this application. So make sure to record this application idea, and whenever you go to a next step, it's gonna be automatically saved. Okay, so let's go ahead now and select your name, your given name. So this is your surname, this is your given name, this is your full name in native alphabet. Okay, if doesn't apply, click on doesn't apply. So have you ever used other names? If you have any other names, yes or no. If you select yes, it's gonna give you the option to write it down. If no, it's okay, you can just pass like this. Do you have a telecode that represents your name? Probably not. If yes, you can go ahead. Sex, male, female. Okay, you can select your status, if it's married, single, or anything. Date of birth, put your date of birth. City, this is, make sure that this is the exact information shown in your passport. It's very important. Okay, so when you do all of that, click on next. So I'm gonna fill everything and click on next. All right, this is the next personal information number 2. So this is the nationality. Select your nationality. Do you hold or have you held any nationality other than one that indicated above? So if you have another nationality, you can click yes and write it down. Are you a permanent resident of a country other than your country region of origin? So you can select yes or no. We are staying in the UAE, but we are not permanent residents, so it's not gonna be the case for us. Okay, so no national identification number. Make sure to put your national identification number showing in your ID, and your social security number. We don't have that one, so click on does not apply. US taxpayer ID number also does not apply in my case, and national identification number, you can also write it down. If not, you can also put does not apply. And let's go to the next one. Now we're gonna see the travel information. This is where you're gonna put your traveling plans. So let's go ahead and purpose of trip to the USA. So you can select here whether you are actually a foreign government official. And there's a lot of stuff: crew member, academic or language students. So there's a lot of things that you can see here, but I'm trying to find the one for tourism. So tourism. So make sure to write the visitor section. As you can see here, this is temporary or business pleasure visitor. This is type B. This is the visa that we are applying for. So select this one, and it's gonna tell you to specify. So in this case, we're gonna put tourism. Okay. So as you can see, it's B2. Have you made specific travel plans? You need to answer yes, because you need actually to give them the plan that you're trying to do with this travel. So you're gonna put the traveling date to the USA. What is the flight that you are actually booking? Number of the flight. Which city are you going to? And this is the date of departure from the USA. This is the date where you're gonna leave the US. And the flight that you're gonna go into, this is the flight number, and also from which city you're gonna leave the USA. Okay, and here you're gonna say provide the location you plan to visit in the US. You can type here which location you are planning to go to. Okay, you can even put like the hotel name that you're gonna go to. Okay, I'm gonna fill this stuff again and go to the next one. And as you can see here, address where you will be staying in the US. So if you are booking a hotel in the US, make sure to write the hotel address in this section. Okay, and the last one is the person who's paying for your trip. This is gonna be self or other person or present employer. So in my case, it's gonna be self, so just put self. Okay, gonna fill all these documents, and I'm gonna go to the next one, which is the travel companions. Now we are in the travel companions information, and now we're gonna say if any person traveling with you. If you are traveling with someone, you can click on yes. If you're going alone, click on no. So next step is the previous US travel. So guys, as I mentioned before, the system just kicked me out after a period of time because I was taking my time explaining to you how to fill out this form. So that's why I'm telling you always to record your application ID so you can easily retrieve your application and you can continue doing what you are supposed to do when they stop the process. Okay, so once you go back to the main page again, you have to select United Arab Emirates. Also write these characters as always and click on the retrieve an application. So once you have that, you have to put the application ID that we saw before and click on retrieve application. Also, it's going to ask you for the security questions. So it's going to ask you about your name, your year of birth, and in what city or town was your first job. This is the security question that we answered before. All right, so I'm going to write these details and click on retrieve application. So now we are back to where we stopped before, and this is the previous US travel information. So if you previously went to the USA, you have to answer this question. So have you ever been in the US? For me, it's no. Have you ever been issued a US visa? No. So in case you already have, you can select yes and specify with more details. As you can see, if I put yes, they're going to ask you where, when actually you got it. And this is the visa number that you have to write down. And you have to answer these questions as well. If this is your first time, you just have to click no. You don't have to put any details. Have you ever been refused a US visa before? If you apply and you get refused, make sure to select yes. If not, click on no. And has anyone ever filed an immigrant petition on your behalf? So with the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, I'm going to say no for me. If it's yes, you can click yes and put more details about it. Next one, address and phone. So this is where you're going to put your home address, what city where you're staying in, and mailing address. It's also the same thing. It's the same mail address that you're going to put in the beginning. Have you ever used any other phone numbers in the last 5 years? You can write here yes or no. If yes, you can put the other phone number. Email addresses, of course, you can put your email address. Is very important as well. And have you used any other email address in the last 5 years? You can answer also yes or no. Social media, this is where you have to provide your social media. This is going to be Facebook or Instagram or anything. So in this case, Facebook, and you need to put the name of your Facebook profile. So and the last step is, do you wish to provide information about your presence on any other website or application you have used within the last 5 years to create or share content? So if you have any other social media platform, click on yes and write it down here, or if you don't have, just put no and that's it, and you go to the next section. Next step is your passport. So this is where you're going to put your passport information, your passport number, and also where you got the passport and where it was issued. So the issuance date, expiration date. So this is all about the passport. So go ahead and select which type of passport you have. Most of the cases is going to be regular. You put the document number, and this is the passport number where you're going to have to do it. And this is passport book number. You don't have to put this one. Just click on does not apply. Country where you have the passport. So if you have issued your passport from the UAE, you can select the UAE. Where was the passport document was issued? This is the city and all the details you have to put. So here you select your own country. So if you are from any other country, you can select, for example, Tunisia or any other country. And this is where you're going to put where this passport was issued. So let's say, for example, you're staying in UAE and you renewed your passport in the UAE embassy, in the Tunisian embassy in the UAE. So in that case, you're gonna select United Arab Emirates, which city and which state. So and then you're gonna put the details for the issuance date. I'm just putting random numbers here just to show you an example, and that's it. So or if you don't have any expiration date on your passport, you can click on this one. And have you ever lost a passport or had one stolen? So if you ever had a if you lost a passport before, click on yes. If no, click on no. So I'm gonna fill this again, and as you can see again, we have a session timeout, and this is always happening, and that's why I'm telling you always to record the number that I showed you before. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do the steps again and show you the next step, okay, where I start. Now, after you finish the passport details, now we're gonna go to the US contact information. So if you have anyone who's staying in the US and you're probably going to visit this person, you have to put details about this person. And if not, just make sure do not know, and then organization name, and this is gonna be probably the hotel that you're gonna visit in the USA. So you can go ahead and put the hotel name, and also the relationship that's actually given between the person you are traveling to, if you are going to see someone, or if it's an organization such as a hotel, you can just go ahead and put business associate, or you just put others. All right, so and this is going to be the other step that you have to fill, and this is going to be the address of this hotel or this person that you are visiting. So I'm gonna write this quickly and go ahead to the next step. Now this is one of the last steps, is family information and relatives. So this is where you're gonna put all of your family's information. So father's full name and date of birth. So you can put the details on. If you don't know, you just click on do not know, do not know, and also mother's full name, do not know, do not know. And do you have any immediate relatives, not including parents, in the USA? If you have someone in your family who's staying in the USA, click on yes and provide the details about this person. Otherwise, you can just select no. Do you have any other relative in the United States? Also no. And go ahead to the work and education or training. So now present work, education, and training information. Primary occupation, you're gonna select here which type of industry you are working in. So I'm gonna select something just random. If you're a student, you put students. If there's any other thing, you just put others. So you can select anything you want. Here you can specify present employer. You can type here the name of the company, and this is the address also of this company. You have to put all of this stuff as well. You can select anything, the date of starting this job, how much money you're gonna get in local currency. So if you are living in UAE and you're working in UAE, make sure to mention your salary right here and just briefly describe your duties. All right, this is the next step as well, and this is where you're previously employed. You can answer yes or no. And have you attended any educational institutions at a secondary level or above? You can select yes and type here the details of this institution. In my case, I'm going to select no, just to make this video faster, and go to the work and education additional information. Do you belong to a clan or tribe? I'm gonna say no. So this is kind of like a security questions that you need to do. Provide a list of language you speak. You have to write here the languages that you're speaking. And if you have more than one language, you can just click on add another. It's gonna give you more options. Have you traveled to any countries within the last 5 years? So specify which countries. If no, just click on no. Have you belonged to, contribute to, or work for any professional, social, or charitable organization? So no in my case. Do you have any specialized skills or training such as firearms, explosive nuclear, and all of this stuff? No. Have you ever served in the military? So for me, no. If yes, just click on yes and provide more details. Have you ever served in, been a member of, been involved with paramilitary unit, rebel group, and all of this stuff? So no, this is a security questions, and if you answer yes, it's gonna be triggering a lot of questions because the USA, they're really careful with this kind of stuff, and they need to make sure that you are a good person, you don't have any bad history in your record. So that's why you have to answer all this stuff. So I'm gonna put some languages here and I'm gonna proceed to the next. All right, so as you can see, security in background, you have 5 parts that you need to answer, and it's all about security, guys. So most of the cases is gonna be no selection. So do you have any communicable disease? No. Do you have a mental physical disorder? No. For me, I'm just skipping this very quickly, but you can go ahead and read the whole thing so you will get a clear idea about it. Are you or have you ever been a drug abuser? No. And go next. Have you ever been arrested? No. Have you ever violated something? No. So are you coming to the US to engage in prostitution? No. Have you ever been engaged in money laundering? No. So as I'm seeing here is everything is no, so I'm gonna select no, just to make this video quick. Do you seek espionage, sabotage? No. So no again. There's a lot of questions actually. So I'm gonna select this just to make this quick. Alright, so this is the last part, as you can see here, part 5. So I'm gonna select next. And this is where you have to upload your picture. So this is really important, guys. So you need to select a picture of yourself, and this is where you have to submit your picture, as I said in the beginning of the video. So upload your picture from here. Just click on this button and select the picture that you want to select, and as you can see here, they're giving you all the dimensions and information about it. So I'm going to choose a file just in case, you know, to put some stuff here, and I'm going to proceed to the next step. Okay, so guys, after you finish the picture and you finish all the details, it's going to show you a review of all the things that you already did, and if you make any mistake, you just go ahead to the same section and just click on edit, and it's gonna show you modification again, so you can just modify the information that you did wrong and correct it. And that's pretty much it. This is how you do everything. So now you're gonna click on next, which is travel, and again you're gonna have to put next. So this is just to review all of your information that you wrote before. So just review everything and click on next. Again, next, next, and this is the security questions that we already answered. As you can see, all of them are no. So location, next. As you can see, United Arab Emirates, and this is the last one, is to sign and submit. And after you finish all of this stuff, you just have to enter your passport number again and enter the code here, and that's it. So after you finish all of this, you're gonna sign and submit your application, and once you do that, you're gonna have your application ID and all of that reference numbers that you need to keep, and of course you're gonna need that in the interview that you're gonna attend for this US visa. So make sure to keep everything with you, and on the next video I will show you exactly how to apply for the US visa interview. So this video is only for filling the ds160 form. So next video I'll show you how to apply for the interview. It's really easy. This is the hardest part, is to fill out this form. The rest is easy, and you just schedule an appointment, and that's it. So you have to pay some money and schedule appointments, and you're done with all of these steps. You just have to collect the documents, and in the day when you have your interview, just go there with your original documents, and you're gonna attend the interview, and that's pretty much it. So if they accept you, they will issue your visa in 1 or 2 days. It's really quick, it's not taking a lot of time. And if not, they will just refuse straight away, and they will tell you that they are not gonna give you permission to enter the US. So unfortunately, I hope that's not gonna be the case for you, but just be honest and write all of the things that you have in this form, because this form is presenting yourself to the US. Don't lie in this form. Make sure to write everything correctly. Remember, this is the USA. They really do a deep down investigation about you, because they want to know that you're not going to harm their country. So make sure, guys, to be honest about all of the details that you're going to submit in this form. All right, so that's all about this video, guys. Make sure to subscribe, join the channel. If you have any questions, you can write it in the comment section below. And until then, I'll see you on the next video. Thank you very much and have a nice day.